It feels like with gender these days that people feel like it's going to resolve. It's sort of this brewing war that's going to be one or the other. The future's going to be this or that, and there's sort of two warring sides. There's men and women, but there's also cis and trans. They kind of branched off into two. One side's like, well, it's fluid, you kind of find your spot. The other side, like, we got to know what bathroom you're going to use. They're both pretty cool sides. But what's left out of that argument, I feel, is asexual people, gender-neutral people, androgynous people. I think they are the way of the future. Just nice and smooth like a Ken doll. I think that's what humans might evolve to. Because not long ago, the UK made the CRISPR program legal, which allows you, if you have the funds, to genetically tamper with an embryo and filter out genes that might be harmful to a child, effectively allowing you to design the child of your dreams, Gattaca style. I'm not saying you would do that, but you might consider it. You watch your first kid strike out enough times in T-ball, you'll think about it. You just had the game over and over, like, come on, just hit it! It's on a stick, it's just sitting there, hit it! Ugh. And then you get in the lab and work on that coordination gene for that second kid. It's gonna be nice. Your neck's gonna be sore from watching those home runs fly out of the park. It's gonna be great. And then if that became the case, we might live in a future where they could just harvest your reproductive material, store it somewhere until you're ready to have a child, mix it up, and our genitals would be irrelevant. They would just be like ornaments hanging off of our body. And whether you are male or female, cis or trans, if you're real attached to your gender, you might have a hard time with that future. If you're real attached to your gender. Because you could be one of those people like, what, can I still keep my dong? Yeah, of course you can, but you don't need it. It's as useless as your tonsils. Pretty big-ass tonsils, though, am I right? Sure, they're great, but you don't need them. If we did that and genitals were not necessary any longer, we could start removing them. We could get rid of breast cancer and testicular cancer in one swoop. People might start to get on board with that. We could replace sex with virtual reality helmets. All of the dopamine release, no more messy cleanup. People might start to get on board. I can feel people pushing back, like, something's got to be getting jammed into something. You're too attached to your gender. If you're so attached to your gender, you're going to be a fossil in the future. You're going to be so out of touch. And that's hard to comprehend because everyone now is so overconfident about how good of a senior citizen they're going to be. Because we can look at the current group and see their failings, and we all feel so superior, like, oh, I'm going to be better than that. I'm good with technology. I'm not racist. I'm going to nail this. You can easily picture a grandchild coming over to you and being like, Grandpa, you're pretty cool. I knew I would be. Thank you for saying that. Got my hologram machine figured out in like 5 seconds, and we can go to any country you want because I fear no cultures. What's up? You're so convinced you're going to be such a badass. But if you're real attached to your gender, you might have a hard time in the future because you could be physiologically different looking, not just bad with technology, physiologically different looking, and you might have a grandchild coming over to you and be like, Grandpa, my friend Kevin identifies more as a female than a male, and so I was thinking as a sign of solidarity, and because we don't really need him, maybe I'd have my genitals removed as well, and that way we could not be one or the other. Let's not be male or female. Let's just all come together and let's be one. Let's just be humans. Let's go find those bananas. You would just be like, what did you just say to me? Remove your genitals just for fun? Back in my day, we kept our genitals on, out of respect! Our friends had to spend thousands of dollars on gender reassignment surgery and gobble down all these hormones, and if they were lucky, they got these terrible little penises surgically attached to them that they had to inflate with a goddamn pump, and they were thankful to have them, my friend. You wanna go and cut yours off? I've got a good mind. Go to your room, kids. Grandpa's from a different time. Go to your room. The kids just be looking back like, what's all that stuff hanging off of Grandpa? This? You too good for this? Made all of you ungrateful pieces of shit. And there you are just naked in front of your whole family because you're so attached to your gender? Grow up. Don't know why he's naked.